Associating different geographical locations and names with a certain religious heritage is not an uncommon practice, but the human story has the capacity to cross the borders defined for both geography and the human mind. And thus began the spiritual journey of a British man called Robert Stanley. He was born in 1828 in Cardiff, Britain. He was one of the 10 children of a Christian Israelite family who started working at a young age at his uncle's shop, and later on he established a grocer's shop and a tea trading business in Stalybridge. He got married in the town's Christian Israelite sanctuary. Robert was interested in foreign politics and had a strong sense of justice. At his tea trading office at the Corn Exchange in Manchester, he often met with traders and got a different view of world politics. In the 1870s Britain, there was a major debate on humanitarian intervention outside the country. Some were for the collective intervention in stances of outrage against humanity. But the opponents argued that this would play havoc with state sovereignty and independence and could allow for abuse. One instance that could support the argument for British intervention was the violent suppression of the Bulgarian rebellion at the hands of the Ottoman forces in 1876. In the aftermath of the event, British mayors were called upon to publicly condemn the massacre, but Robert refused, believing that it had been triggered by British interventionist activities. He had for long been outspoken about politics. Even back when he was still a grocer, he had chaired a massive debate in Stalybridge on slave trade and the American Civil War. In early 1900s, times got harder for Muslims like Robert Stanley. Turkey was moving closer to becoming allies with Germany, and since there was a religious affiliation between the Muslim-majority Turkey and the mosque in Britain, influential Muslim converts were placed under surveillance by the British government. And Robert's personal friendships and active religious involvement did not help with this situation either. He had close ties with another Muslim convert called Abdullah Quilliam, who was the founder of the first British mosque. And they were both suspected by the government to be on the side of the enemy, which was said to be Turkey at the time. It is believed that it was the likes of these political pressures that caused for Robert's family to try to cover up his conversion for years to come. He was even buried at a family plot in a local churchyard after he died in 1911. That's where his descendants later discovered his grave, though it is said that it was demolished 3 weeks after its discovery and was covered by a car park. Throughout his life, Robert Rashid Stanley served in different positions such as a counselor for the Dukenfield ward of Stalybridge and a justice of peace. He was also involved in the community as a member of the Stalybridge School Board and the chairman of the building committee, which helped the construction of the new Victoria Market. Robert Rashid helped bring fresh water to the towns of Oldham, Ashton-under-Lyne, and Stalybridge by serving in the committee for the construction of Yeoman Hay Reservoir as well. Robert's life can serve as a powerful reminder of the many diverse communities that have helped shape who we are today. A reminder that in order to find our common ground in today's diverse society, we simply need to dig a little deeper.